guys. Welcome to this sessions. This week I thought I would follow up a bit on the workshop that we did and getting to look at, I know when we did the workshop there was still a lot when we did the follow-up around the beliefs and answering the exercise and doing things like that. So what I'm going to do tonight is we're going to spend a bit more time on beliefs, go through them and just actually workshop a couple and see where we can get with that. So definitions: an acceptance that something exists or is true, especially without proof, all right? And an idea around which you have certainty. Now, the big thing with these is that they hide behind our opinions. I have a lot of people who say, oh yeah, no, I don't know what my beliefs are. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, right? They hide behind your opinions, they shape your thoughts and therefore your life. And we have them on everything. Everything. They are about, name an aspect of your life and there'll be beliefs. Whether it is, whether you run late or not, whether it is getting out of bed in the morning, whether you find it easy or not. It can start there. It can go to, co-workers, employees, employers, relationships with anyone. It can go with earning capacities, success. Beliefs around everything. And I know, a motto that we use here is thoughts become things. The beliefs shape our thoughts, 100%. So what I want to do, there's a couple of things. I want you to write in a moment, whatever comes up, and capture the thoughts you think about these things. Let's unveil a couple of beliefs around your body, around good, and around evil. All right, so I want you to spend a couple of minutes writing whatever comes up and capturing the thoughts you think around your body, good, and evil. What I'd like you to consider as well is beliefs that you used to have around your body, good, and evil. We're just talking about beliefs and how our beliefs hide behind our opinions. And I've asked people to write down whatever comes up and capture the thoughts you think around your body, good and evil. And in doing that, illuminate the beliefs that you have right now and also beliefs you might have had in the past. And that's where we form our beliefs, through experiences, the influence of others, what we make things mean, our expectations, all right? They all inform our beliefs. I've been sitting here and I just want to go back to, I've got to go back to that word disfigured. That is a very strong word. Yeah. I'm going here, it's like, I get it. I had a hysterectomy when I was 36 and I kept my ovaries, but they took my uterus. And I suffered from that. I can remember saying, it feels like something within me has shifted on its axis. It's like I'm not a woman anymore. And I didn't want any more children. And I don't know, I believe that because, we are holistic, we are, whole, that there was hormone disruptions and that my body knew that there was something missing, that there was something wrong. I mean, and the womb there's so many nerve endings and everything that go to the womb that affect our dopamine responses and affect our creativity and our confidence, right? So a lot of things shifted and went down for me, and I had a lot of beliefs I had to work on around what happened. And I remember saying that I don't feel whole anymore. right? And I went through a grieving process. So I understand. So that's why I was curious. I had a lot of, I believed that my body had to be perfect in order for me to be lovable. I believed that there was no such thing as being too thin. I believed that, any imperfection meant that I could be vulnerable and open to attack and ridicule. Right? The things I believed about my body were so damaging for me and the life that I was trying to create for myself. And these days, 40 years on, my body is much older. Yeah. And I think it's extraordinary. Like, truly, how cool is that? I go, God, how did this change happen? I mean, I love it. And I've got more aches and creaks, and it doesn't look like it used to, and it never will. And it just doesn't matter. Just doesn't matter. These beliefs. You know what I've noticed is that the unresourceful beliefs tend to come from our mind and our stories. And our really resourceful ones tend to come from our heart. I mean, it's quite extraordinary when I think about it. When I drop into my body and allow myself to come from here, that's where I change the beliefs. In here, not here. Isn't it extraordinary that how much, like, all of us here have had beliefs around our body, and how that impacts our lives? And like, all it is this meat suit that houses our souls. That's all it is. Powerful stuff. Powerful stuff. So all of us, can you see how? I'm curious as well, how have your beliefs changed around good and evil over the years? I used to always feel I had to be a good girl because that's how I got approval. Being good meant that people would like me if I did good things. Yeah, right. These days, I just choose to do those things because, one, they make me feel good and they add more light to the world, right? But it used to be, for me, it was externally motivated. And now it's not. So that has been the biggest change for me in my beliefs around what good meant, what it was. We've talked about this a lot, right? Your beliefs affect your thoughts, which affect your words, your decisions, and your actions, which then affects things such as your life experiences. And with this, when we've talked about our bodies, we've talked about good, we've talked about evil, we can see how this plays out. Now, given that the journey we are all on is to create our best life, right? We just really have to dig up these thoughts and change them. And I've got down there truth. What is truth? What is truth to you? Is there absolute truth? Any thoughts?
I've heard it said that there's always three versions of the truth: yours, mine, and the truth. Like truth comes from honesty, and my truth may vary from your truth. So it's what's the word I'm looking for? Um, I can't. I've lost it. Um, Truth's a belief. It's a belief, and so that means that it might not be true, even if I believe it's true.
Bam, bam, great insight, right? Yeah,
I always like that yours, mine, and the truth because
yeah,
that always makes me stop and question what I believe to be true.
yeah, yeah. I love that. I do love that. And because what I see is that where real disconnection happens is when, like, none of us can know the absolute truth about anything. Because it doesn't matter how much information I gather, my beliefs will filter it to create what it is that I want to find. Where it gets dangerous is where I believe that my half truth is the absolute truth and your half truth is absolutely wrong. That's where disconnection happens, and it all gets down to our beliefs, our thoughts, our words, decisions, actions, and then our life experiences. So, yeah, Alan, you're absolutely right. Your truth, my truth. And whatever the truth is somewhere in between. And sometimes maybe there is no absolute truth. I don't know. Anyone else? There are times I am less than charitable, and that's got everything to do with where I am in that moment, not the other person. And it's usually when I've got the shits with myself. Then I get cranky with other people. The outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to reflect their inner beliefs. And then this one, for some of the most important beliefs, we have no evidence at all, except that people we love and trust hold these beliefs. Considering how little we know, the confidence we have in our beliefs is preposterous and also essential. Right? We do have to believe in something. We can't help it. We can't help it. We can't get out of bed if we don't believe in something. It just doesn't work that way. Any comments about these? The key for me in all this is that first quote: the outer conditions of a person's life will always be found to reflect their inner beliefs. So if there is a part of my life that I am not happy with, what is it that I believe that is making that part of my life feel less than perfect? Or what is it? What do I believe that is creating my behaviors and my actions that is creating that life experience or lived experience? Because when we go back to this, all right, it is my belief that determines my thoughts, my words, decisions, and actions. And it is those things that create my life experience. So if something's not what I want it to be, it has to go back to my beliefs, because it's there that the disconnection happens. Does that make sense? The invitation is that when we do something that, and this is again where our feelings are such beautiful signposts, where we feel shame or guilt or regret or anything like that, that is the invitation. That is the sign that we have done something that is not aligned with where we want to go. And that's what the feeling is, not to hang on to the guilt and the shame and the regret and carry it like an anchor that will keep you stuck. It's the invitation to reflect and go, okay, what is that? What led to that? We reflect and we go, okay. And we go back. There will be something there. Maybe we believed they were being unkind, or maybe we believed they were having a go at us, or maybe we believed that we were in danger, or we didn't feel safe, or maybe we believed that whatever it is, right? But it is in the belief that the words, decisions, and actions happen. And the experience will be one that's less than. And again, that's where the invitation is to reflect. Because it's all on us. I mean, even if we just go back to the body thing, my body is not clearly what it was when I was 20. And yet when I was 20, I hated it. And at 60, I love it. I think it's extraordinary. Now, it has changed, clearly. I would love to have the energy and the health and the strength that I had when I was 20. But I won't. That's okay. But what's happened to my life experience now is that because of my belief around my body, even though physically, if you were to look at my body at 20 and now you go, okay, my life experience is so much better because of the beliefs I have. You can change your belief by changing your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So, choose a belief that does serve you. Claim it through your thoughts and words and act as if these beliefs are true every day. All right? So again, with my body, I choose to believe that I am strong and healthy. And I do claim it through my thoughts and words. I will only speak kindly about my body. And I act as if it's true. And that was the only way I got to where I am now. Because when I started, it takes a lot of work to get from absolutely loathing your body and everything about it because it's not perfect, to fully accepting and loving it. And it happened here in these steps. And then I want you to think about the thoughts and words that you could use and then ways that you can act as if you already believe it. So finishing up. Actions suppress invisible limiting beliefs while installing empowering ones. That's the truth of it. When we consider that this happens in a cycle, wherever we do a pattern interrupt, we change the cycle. So if you start getting comfortable wearing a color that you didn't normally wear, or this or that, whatever, and you just keep doing it, it stops becoming you and just becomes part of who you are. Quite often we don't take action because our belief tells us that if we do take a particular action, we could die, right? Because someone might say something or do something or whatever, and we'd feel less than. So by taking action, what we're doing is disproving the belief wrong. And it is that thing, if it's an idea around which we've created certainty and suddenly it's wrong, then the belief has to get a wobble. Here. Tell yourself why your dreams and desires are achievable and inevitable. Think of a dream or goal you've chosen for yourself and what negative thoughts and beliefs come up when you think about it. And this is stuff I want you to reflect on and do sort of in your own time, because those negative thoughts and beliefs, they'll probably come up as you reflect on it. And then when they do come up, all right, I want you to go back to this and choose a belief that serves you instead. Think of the thoughts and words that you can use and how you can act to change the beliefs that are stopping you from achieving the goals you want to achieve. Yeah. So what can you think instead, right? How does it feel and what action can you take? So, as always, 3 things you can do daily: visualize your dreams, step into how they feel, record and listen to your new positive affirmations. Like literally use voice memo and record them and then play them back. Your unconscious responds really powerfully to your voice. So journal all the positive affirmations you want and then just record them and listen to them. And then take baby steps, at least one a day. Every successful person has got there by taking baby steps. And towards some of the things in your life, the baby step may be listening to the affirmations. It may be writing a list, making a phone call, asking someone a question. Often what overwhelms us is the thought of how we're going to get from here to where we want to get. All you have to take is one step at a time. What we can or cannot do, what we consider possible or impossible, is rarely a function of our true capability. It is more likely a function of our beliefs about who we are. And that is all.